right. Yes. Coach Dave, Accordion Cool. Well, no real theme today. Just a bunch of tunes. A lot of tunes I play in my live shows. I do a few of them here too. Not that I haven't normally. And that first one was called Swonderful. Not It's Wonderful. Swonderful. S apostrophe wonderful. From 1937, written by the Gershwin brothers. I guess it's George and Ira, and I think George wrote the music, and Ira wrote the words and lyrics, or just switch them. I'm not sure which is which. Came from a show called Funny Face. It's actually a movie also, which every once in a while you can see on the tube. Funny Face. And that's where this tune came from. All right, we're going to 1933 for this next tune, and make sure I set all the buttons right. And it's called Don't Blame Me. And this also came from a show. However, it was one of those shows I had never heard of, which means that they're probably folded, but at least we have the tune. But something ironic about this tune, this was, from what I understand, word on the street, this was John Lennon's favorite song. Yes, not a Beatles song. John Lennon's favorite song, and I guess the story is his mother, John Lennon's mother, was a vocalist, so there was a lot of music in the house as he was growing up, and I guess this was one of the songs that she played, so it became his favorite song. So look, Don't Blame Me. Oh, that's the name of the song, yeah. Don't Blame Me. So here we go. Let's see what we can do with it. This song, excuse me, is a country song. Country song written in 1965. Now, to be perfectly honest with you, I'm more of a traditional country song guy, and some of the stuff they're trotting out today, it ain't country. But this is a song written in the traditional way. And of course, all country songs. Either the dog died, my wife left with my half brother, or my truck died. But this one, speaking of dying, this guy's coming home, and the reason he's coming home is he's going to get his neck stretched. 1966, fella named Tom Jones. Remember Tom Jones? Tom Jones took the song and had a worldwide hit on it. Little tune called The Green, Green Grass of Home. Let's see what it sounds like. Green, green grass of home. Yes, they'll all come to greet me as they lay me beneath the green, green grass of home. Okay. See how we do here on this one. We got the right one. All right. Well, this next tune, it actually is, I believe, has become the state song of Vermont because it's called Moonlight in, oh yeah, Vermont. And I've probably played this before, and I probably told the story before, but this was on one of my early albums, and we were in the studio. Paul Bish, the late Paul Bish, great piano player, but he had a recording studio. And first thing you would do was lay down the drum track, and then I, or whoever it was, would you just play to the drum track, and he would record it. So we laid down the drum track, and I started playing. He said, wait a minute, he said, that's not right. I said, yeah. He said, no, you did it wrong. He said, do it again. I said, okay. Well, coming to find out, most songs are written with 32 bars or measures, and they're divided up, 8, 8, 8, 8, which makes 32, yeah. Moonlight Vermont only has 6 bars or measures. So he had laid down 8 on the drums, and I was playing 6, and well, we got it straightened out. But and also this particular song, if you know the words don't rhyme. The words do not rhyme in this. Now, every other song you've ever heard in your life, the words rhyme, but this one, Doesn't rhyme. So let's try a little Moonlight in Vermont here. Moonlight in Vermont. Okay. This next song was written by a fellow named Neil Hefti. Who's Neil Hefti, Coach Dave? Well, Neil Hefti was a trumpet player with the great Count Basie band. Now, all the great bands had great players, all those big bands, Duke Ellington, Glenn Miller, they all had great players. The Count Basie players were just one notch above all the others. And so Neil Hefti wrote several songs. And they have what they call a book. Everybody has their book with each song, the part that they play. So it's called a book. So I guess Neil Hefti took the book for the whole band and rewrote it. And so they could play it. So eventually Neil Hefti decided to start his own band. He took the book with him. Guess what? Nobody could play it because of the caliber of musicians in the Count Basie band was so high. So this little tune is called L''I'', Little Darling, by the aforementioned Neil Hefti. So let's see what this sounds like. little darling Neil Hefti. Well, you know, we got a couple of extra minutes here, so I'm just going to throw in this tune. You probably heard me play 1,000 times. One of my favorites. Be a little bit quick, so it comes with a disclaimer. Don't try to tap your foot or anything, because I cannot be responsible for any sprains or strains. Little Bye Bye Blackbird. Let's see what we do with this. Here we go. Okay, now we get down to our final tune of the day. And this tune was written around 1930 or so. And a fellow named Les Paul, remember the great guitar player Les Paul, and his wife Mary Ford, and he pioneered what we call multi-tracking, and that's like layering tracks on tracks on tracks. So he would play the guitar part, Mary Ford would sing to it, then they play it back again and she would sing in harmony. So by the time they got through, it sounded like Mary Ford was a quartet, but she was just one lady. And we're getting a little close in time, so what I'm going to do is just close right now and just play out with Bye Bye Blues. So again, as usual, thank you all for watching. Thanks for the big guy behind the glass. Hope I didn't screw him up today. And let's do a little Bye Bye Blues. Here we go. a few seconds left so I can formally thank y'all for watching, listening, tuning in, and all that other good stuff. And again, thank the big guy behind the glass. Hope I didn't screw him up too much today. But anyway, he just came back from a big conference, so he's got it all straightened out now. So yes, once again, Coach Dave. I'm going to see y'all next time. And, I guess we can at least start one more chorus of, oh yeah, Bye Bye Blues. Here we go.